How do you evaluate the Barcelona season so far?
Bueno, estamos bien.
I think we're doing pretty well. We aspire to accomplish more achievements, and we're ready for what's coming. This season was tough. We had some injuries, some players weren't up to their level, but that's normal for any player or team. Players are human beings who have their sensitive moments and setbacks. Fans should take that into consideration. However, the future promises much for Barcelona.
No compites contra su entrenador.
La Liga this season is different with Atletico Madrid fighting for the title. How different is for you? Is it hard?
Sí, bueno, este año
This season is different from previous ones. Atletico Madrid is in great shape and it's doing strong performances. It's always been great, but this year it's even better. Coach Simeone led the team to heights that haven't been reached in decades. He's a great coach with a great mentality, but I have to say the heated competition is in favour of the fans of Spanish football and sets a bigger challenge to other teams and adds to the pleasure of the game. As players, we love to feel there's a new thing every season, so we value strong competition.
You renewed your contract with Barcelona recently. For how long do you intend to be here? Do you intend to finish your career here?
mi deseo y mi ilusión es poder.
That's my ambition, actually. It would be great to complete my football career for 12 years with a great club like Barcelona.
Confianza de que será.
Since 2008, you have three coaches, starting Pepe Guardiola, now with Martino. What's the difference between the three of them?
Bueno, son distintos, evidentemente.
Each of them has its own personality, vision, and way to deliver information, but they all realize the players' potentials and performance capabilities. They all also read the opponent players and understand their game plan as they try to adapt to it and beat it. I think these are the elements of a successful coach, and that's what brings him to this team, considered the most important in Spain and the world.
Que sean entrenadores de este equipo.
When Pepe left, everybody said that Barcelona players can play without a coach. Is that possible?
No, son opiniones.
These are personal opinions. I think the players did well during the last and current season. Despite the ups and downs, let's not forget the task becomes more difficult after every season, and players need to overcome these difficulties. But the coach is a key factor to every team, and players cannot play on their own. Maybe for one game exceptionally, but it would be very difficult. Without a coach, it is impossible for a club to play, and that's how we know the value of coaches, especially the great ones like Pep Guardiola, who can control the players and have them abide by the set plan. Guardiola was a great coach, and we have a lot of respect for him and appreciation for what he did for the club.
Una dificultad que el equipo tiene que superar.
How do you think Neymar helped the team so far? And you know that last season there was Mourinho in La Liga, and there was more like excitement in the Mourinho sometimes. How do you think Neymar helped, and what's the difference when Mourinho left?
No descubro nada diciendo que es uno de los.
Neymar is one of the best strikers in the world. He is still a young player and has a lot of time to grow and improve. He will definitely help FC Barcelona to win many championships in the future. I have a lot of respect for Mourinho. Real Madrid has a great strength for competition, and Mourinho made the team even bigger and made the league more exciting, especially with his public statements ahead of every game. But we compete with the team and not the coach.
Contra el Real Madrid compites contra el equipo, no compites.
It's always the Barcelona Real Madrid. It will be the best game in La Liga, or even the best game in the world. Everybody watches. What do you feel when you enter this game? Do you feel more pressure?
Son partidos únicos, partidos especiales.
The match is unique and exciting because you are facing one of the best teams who has a collection of the best players, so it increases the pressure and the thrill. But that's a positive thing, because as a football player you become eager for these matches followed by millions around the world. In every game with Real Madrid, we're aware that we may win or lose. We try to be fully focused before and during the game. It is not just about the players or the match, it is at an international level now. The entire world is watching, and that encourages us and increases the pressure to not fail the viewers.
Un futbolista es muy especial jugar.
Let's move to the national team. Do you think the best Spanish national team is now?
I don't know how true that is. Spain always had good football clubs with good players. Maybe we weren't able as a national team to achieve many championships or accomplishments, but a football game is determined merely by details. A penalty can make you a hero or take you back home disappointed, but I think the players who've represented the national team recently are the best. They have rich experiences and high potentials, and we know each other well as we've all been through minor categories. I think we can now keep them on our title. We are headed with high spirits. We are the champions and we will return with a trophy. It is true our group is difficult, and yet we are yet to face the Netherlands. It is one of the strongest teams and we know where it reached the last World Cup in South Africa, but we were able to beat it. We will be able to beat it again in Brazil. Most importantly, we are going with an ambition to win.
Now the World Cup is in Brazil. Do you think the weather there help more the players from the Latin America, and they help the team, the national teams, more than the European teams?
No sé hasta qué punto.
I don't know the effect that has. Many Brazilian and Argentinian players play in Europe. Naturally, as Europeans, it isn't the best climate for us. We've tried it during the last Confederations Cup, but the World Cup is held in Brazil. We can't control the weather, and we need to adapt to it weeks before the competition. As many said, the weather will not be an excuse for any weakness or bad performance. Players play around the world throughout the year, they travel and participate in leagues, and they are prepared for the weather and other conditions in all countries, especially in major ones like Brazil.
Muy equilibrados y muy...
How does it feel when you play in the national team against a player who plays with you in Barcelona?
Muy bien, porque
That would be good as we know each other. Maybe in the league there is a half or more who don't play with me at the same club, but I know them since the days of Junior League. Of course, this helps our performance a lot. We are lucky in Barcelona as a big number of our players participate in the Spanish league, which is ultimately in our favour. And of course, playing together at the league and winning championships will bring us closer together.
yo momentos...
Let's say now you are playing, Neymar is with you in the team, he's playing against you in the World Cup.
No seremos amigos, no seremos compañeros en este caso.
In this case, we won't be colleagues. Neymar will be playing for Brazil. Lionel Messi will play for Argentina. Danny will play for Brazil. Everyone will defend his own camp and his own team. That's football, and this is what boosts the fans' enthusiasm. Similarly, when a Barcelona player leaves to join another team in the same country or another league, we may have to play against him, and it's normal. Except that now we are competing for the World Cup. And although this is somehow sensitive, we're aware this is football. The National League is very important to us. That's why we forget the club and focus on our national team. And we wish to raise the flag under the name of Spain. It would be great if we can do it once again.
Pues peleará por sus intereses.
What do you think is the best moment in your career and which is the worst moment?
Es difícil, afortunadamente
It is difficult to identify one specific moment. It would be easy to say that was when we scored at the final match of the World Cup, or my goal at the semi-final against Chelsea. But the most important moment to me is when I joined FCB, as this was the starting point to achieving a dream I had since I was 12. After that moment, it was a journey full of joyful and bitter times. The same applies to the worst moments. It is easy to say that the worst moment is when we lose a championship, but to me the worst moment is injury, especially serious ones that you put off on the fields for a long time, as you won't be happy seeing your peers play, and you'll be eager to join in their joy or sadness.
no puedas ser feliz y no puedas jugar.
What makes you more motivated always to win more, and what is missing in your dream? What is your dream in football?
Porque fútbol es mi vida.
Football is my passion and my life. The same way a journalist likes to make interviews and write articles, what motivated me is my passion. Every day I go for a training or a match and find goals to achieve over and over again. I'm excited to go to work, and I don't recall any day when I wasn't happy to play in a match or participate in training. I always try to stay on top of my physical and moral fitness, forget all my worries and problems, and go to work. I'm lucky because I like my job.
Superarse, de mejorar, de sentirse feliz.
In 2011, I think you became a father. How does this change in your career? Does this motivate you to work more, or you work more with more passion?
Hombre, es uno de los cambios más
It was a life-changing moment. It made me look at things from a different perspective, a better one, of course. A child will introduce joy and unique moments to your life, and that helps me achieve my work in a better way. A person's feelings are reflected in their performance, and I try to keep that work-life balance.
Who used to be your idol in football?
Siempre he tenido como...
My football role models have always been Pep Guardiola and Michael Laudrup. I was always trying to imitate them and was lucky to know them. One of them was my coach, and that's just beautiful.
So many of your friends went to
verdad es que no, realmente
A player may from time to time like to play in another league, but I feel that I am in the best place in the world. I can fulfill my dreams, and this is where I would like to end my career. When you spend a long time in a specific club, you can't change easily, especially if it's Barcelona, so there's no need to look elsewhere. Even if the financial offer is better, FCB is my passion, and I won't abandon it throughout my career.
no sé por qué, o sí lo sé, porque pienso que estoy en el mejor sitio del mundo para...
Mhm. As well, so many of your friends play in the Gulf, in Dubai, in Saudi, coaches as well. One of them is Kike. What they tell you about the Gulf, and do they encourage you later on in the future to go there?
Bueno, he hablado con gente que está allí.
Yes, I have already spoken to a few friends, such as Raul, about the golf. Nobody knows what the future holds. Although I prefer staying in Barcelona, we love the golf a lot. We've been to Qatar, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi. As for the opportunity to play there, let's leave it to the future. I'm not thinking about this right now.
Who do you think the most difficult goalkeeper?
Portero más... Uf, todo, no sabría decirte.
I don't know, it is hard to choose. There are many, but I challenge the best goalkeepers such as Casillas, Buffon, and Oliver Kahn, the goalkeeper of Bayern Munich, and it was fun. It creates the urge to excel and beat the best, which raises the bar.
Last thing, what do you say to the Arab fans? You have so many, the big Arab fans in the Arab world. Tell them, send them a message.
Agradecer a todos nuestros fans.
I thank all our fans in the Arab world and ask them to keep on supporting us and keep on enjoying Barcelona. We look forward to presenting to them a lot, them that are following us from so far, and promise to visit them whenever we get the opportunity. I thank them loads.
Son apasionados de nuestro fútbol, de nosotros. Y bueno, agradecerles el apoyo porque es muy, muy importante.